Go live in that other one for a minute. I bet you I'm live. I'm not gonna have anybody on that live. All right, go live. What do you mean network's unavailable? What's good? How you doing? I got a story. I got a little talking conversation thing about to happen. I just gotta set this thing up, see if more people come in. More people might not. Got different platforms I'm dealing with. If you hang around, you'll get to hear some stuff if you want. Anyway, let's see if the network's working now. Anyway, let's see. This is not going to matter. I'm going to use my cellular data. All right. So you're going to start working now. All right. How many screens do I need to tell this story? Apparently 3. My name is Handy.L. Welcome to the Handy Show. But I do have to turn off my Wi-Fi. You would not need it anyway. I have to turn off the Wi-Fi off my tablet. Oh. The Wi-Fi is off the tablet, so I only have 2 things on Wi-Fi, and I've got 2 things on Wi-Fi and 1 on cellular data. Let's see. We have 2 people joining me on live. Me, 3 people. Okay. This is poor connection. I already turned off all the Wi-Fi, so I don't know what's going on. I'm still waiting on a couple people here before we start talking about the different subjects we're going to talk about today. If anything, I'll talk to my live me audience. I usually get a good 70, 80, 100, 200. I get a little bit here and there from there. What's good? Maybe I should open my closet. There you go. My closet's open. What's up, RNS? All right. We got the one person. I'll start talking. We don't got no one up there yet. I usually don't have anybody there. Sometimes I have like 30 people. Sometimes I have none. So we'll see. Hey, Google, set a timer for 6 minutes.
Sure, 6 minutes. And that's starting now.
You're having a bachelor party on Live Me. How? That is interesting. How do you do that? I don't know. I have a slightly different version of a bachelor party in my head, I guess. Okay. So how? Okay. That's pretty awesome, sir. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? I would live in somewhere else. What's up, Samantha? Alright, so far Live Me is not letting me down again. I mean, we're still at low numbers with less than 20. YouTube's at 1 and Meet Me is at 1. So when that timer goes off, I might keep YouTube, but I'm gonna say bye to Live Me if I don't get a couple more people. Yeah, I don't mean to be crude or rude. I have just the one guy now watching me on YouTube, but I want to expand my horizon with YouTube. My day's going good, man. How's your day going? I got a little story time about to start anytime soon. Depending on how many people I got, share or whatever, you know what I mean? What's up, Maria? How you doing? ¿Cómo está, Maria? ¿Qué es lo que hay? I'm gonna start a little story time as soon as things pop off a little bit. Just a little bit. I gotta update my internet because I should be online on all three of my. I should be able to be on live on my iPhone 7, my 11, my Samsung Galaxy, my Chromebook, and my Amazon Fire tablet. That's what I pay internet for. Shit. So you see what's going on here. I'm gonna flip the camera. So you see, hold on. I'm gonna make a video right quick so you see the setup I got going on here. Don't mind my work desk, but that's the Live Me on my Samsung Galaxy. That's the Meet Me on my iPhone 7. That's the YouTube on my Chromebook. Bam. Now I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you, sir. I said, but that's the Live Me. Hold on. I gotta bring the brightness down. I gotta bring the brightness down. Bring the brightness down. But that's the Live Me on my Samsung Galaxy. That's the Meet Me on my iPhone 7. That's the YouTube on my Chromebook. That was short. That's the Live Me on my Samsung Galaxy. That's the Meet Me on my iPhone 7. That's the YouTube. But that's the Live Me on my Samsung Galaxy. That's the Meet Me on my iPhone 7. That's the YouTube on my Chromebook. Bang. So I got a little setup going. So as soon as enough people come in and become interactive and shit, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Yeah. So the one person watching on the YouTube, what's going on with you? How you doing? How you doing, Meet Me? How you doing, Live Me? What's going on? Let's get a little conversation because I got a little story time to tell before we get to anything major. I want to make sure there's enough people on here. What's going on? There's a little. right. Meet me. You're about to go. Hey, Google, stop. Meet me's about to go. Meet me. Come on. Where's the people at? I've been stuck in the house for the past couple days. I haven't been going nowhere. Usually I'm about out and about and shit, but not this weekend. Not this weekend though. This weekend's been a crib weekend. I'm gonna take a picture of that just to see how it looks. Shit. I don't know why it doesn't work on here. My work desk looks weird. No. I don't want a video. I want the photo. Damn, that's weirder. That ultra wide camera really fucks me up sometimes. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Jellyfish, happy Halloween. You're a little too early for that. You know what I mean? But happy Halloween as well. So, broskies. Yeah, it looks nice. I gotta that new light I got. It's got to get charged so much. You would think. You would think it burns like a lot of fucking battery, but thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. It burns like I want to be able to walk around with this shit like it's supposed to be. That was more like a computer based one. I must stop that smoky shit. Smokey and the Bandit. It's got a lot of shit to talk about. No one's here yet. The big boy. You see this thing? I love this thing. Just got to start using it more often. This was pretty good too. And this was alright. The Enjoy. I think the Enjoy is more like a cigarette than anything else. But it gives me that weird taste in the background. It's stupid. This thing right here. Okay. You can throw a lot of joint from this one. I think this one's easier for my lungs too. I gotta refuel it. Gotta put more liquid in here. It's starting to leak. Why the fuck is it leaking? The big boy. And that's the hit I could take right now. Because I haven't hit in a couple days. Let me try. That's a little better. Let's try it. Let's try a deeper breath. I see you, bro. What are you doing? I can still see you. The fuck are you doing in my room? So, get off the cat.
That's the only thing I came in here for.
All right, you 18-year-old boy. What's up? Someone else came in. Let's see.
Good night.
Good night, Dave. Love you. Have a good one. Echo Chamber. What's up? So 2 people might just be it on Meet Me, Live Me. I don't know. We might reach big numbers. What's up? We're going to reach. Yeah, we're 39 so far. That's not the best. YouTube staying at 1. I think YouTube's gonna stay at 1 for now. I'm trying to grow my channel and add more stuff to it. I'm doing good. How are you? How's your evening going? Bam. Want to start this little story time soon. I just start talking about random shit. Oh, no problem. What brings you to this application here? This Meet Me situation. Boredom or other. But yeah, so basically we're gonna start off with just some random shit. Basically, all right. So earlier today, yesterday, I found out about this new phone that came out. It's LG K or something. Let me see. I gotta go back to it. I think it's an LG K something 55. Yeah, LG K51. And I was like, oh man, maybe I should get onto it. Well, this shit is new, lol. I wasn't on here like 3 years ago, lol. And just, I was on here 3 years ago, lol. And just taking my mind off everything that's going on. Honorable, definitely. You gotta veer off from the bullshit. Welcome, Aaliyah, I believe. How you doing? Welcome to my broadcast. I want to make sure I said that name right. Yeah. Eliza. I'm sorry. There you go. Boom. I fucked your name up completely. Welcome, Eliza. How you doing? But yeah, you gotta stay focused and get off the minds. There's a lot of shit going on. A lot. Like a lot. I that's part of the story time I'm trying to get into. Once I feel enough people have joined on all the platforms here. But I was looking at this LG K51. And I'm like, I was literally considering replacing one of my phones with it for a minute. I was like, do I replace the Samsung because it's an 820? It's like, the 7 is getting old and it's acting up a little bit. Not the 11, but I was really thinking of replacing it. And I'm like, why am I looking at phones? It's like so annoying to have 3 phones that are like cell phones. Like when I leave the house, I have to take my 7 because it's my work phone, and I have to take the 11 because it's my private. And most of the time, I'm like going through my 11, and if I have to deal with something with work, I go through the 7, and then it's like I set them both down. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get my phone, and people are like, what do you? It's over there. I was like, no, not that one, the other one. They're like, you got 2 phones? I'm like, yeah. Well, I have 3. What's up, Coco Smoker? How you doing? Like, I have 3 phones, and they're like, why in the world do you have 3 phones? And it really hit me. Like, why in the fuck do I have 3 phones? Like, I understand having 2 phones. How are you? What's going on? How's your day? Where you from? But so I'm like, why the fuck do I have 3 phones? Like, I understand my work phone and I understand my personal phone. I'm trying to excuse my Galaxy. Like, why? I mean, I don't pay much for it. I only paid $39, and it's got like crappy everything. It's good for phone calls and texts, and I have it for my house. But I'm like, why the fuck do I have it? Like, I really just sat there and thought about it. Like, why do I have it? It's a whole extra bill. Why do I have it? It makes no sense. I already pay 170 something dollars for the 5 phones on the plan, which is my phone, my mom's phone, my daughter's phone, and my son's phone, and my work phone. Why am I paying $39 for a phone that only time I lied to you not, the only time I use that phone is every once in a while I make a phone call with it to find my other phones. And then for a live me. And I don't even use the web that comes with it because it's like I think it's like 6 gigs of internet or whatever. It goes so damn quickly. It's like I don't understand why I have it. So really like I was really about to get a phone. Well, I was looking into getting a phone to replace the Samsung Galaxy, not the 7. I'll replace the 7 later on. But it just hit me like, why? And then I thought about it, and it's all about having things that we don't need. That's what life is about now. Like, I got this tablet. I got the Samsung Galaxy. The Samsung. I got the Air tablet. This is what it's called. This fucking thing. I don't even know why I have it, but I got it for Christmas 2 years ago, and then I got this Chromebook for Christmas. And I'm like, okay, why do I have like I don't use many of the things that I have. It just it made me really analyze like how wasteful. And I'm not the only one. As a lot of people like YouTubers, they get a lot of phones given to them for reviews, and they buy phones to review them, and they keep them, whatever. And they have like drawers and dressers full of phones and bins and technology that they have, like different headphones, and they're like, "This is my day to day," but I have this one as a backup. That I'm just thinking of all the extra things that I have. Like, why do I have them? Like, I have 2 pair of Bluetooth headphones, one Bose and one JBL. I got all these. I got like 5 Google Home Minis. I got the Nest. I got a Chromecast. And I got this Blu-ray that's a smart Blu-ray. Plus, I got the Xboxes. Plus, I got the Roku boxes. I have so much shit that I don't need nor do I use. And I can excuse things that were bought for me as a gift or or like something that was given to me. Like I can excuse the things that I didn't buy because people gave them to me. Now I could have always took it back. Like I don't even use my tablet. I barely use my tablet, and I almost never use the Chromebook. Here and there, like I play my couple Android games that you can download off on there, and I watch YouTube here and there. But like sincerely, like most of the time I'm watching shit on one of my main phones. Either how you doing, Blondie? What's going on? Usually I'm watching YouTube on one of my main phones, either the 7 or the 11. So I'm like, why do I have all of this shit? Like I gotta figure out what to do. I don't need to have so many things. It's not that I want to live a life that's a minimalist life, because however you say that word. But I know that I have too many goddamn chargers, and I'm wasting too much goddamn electricity charging these things that I don't even use. Like I'm gonna put it to charge now, but technically, I haven't used my Samsung Galaxy ever since the last time I went live on Live Me. Like I said, this weekend I didn't do anything. I didn't go anywhere. I was a little sick, so I was laying down most of the time, except for yesterday. I didn't even put the phone to charge. The phone was with my tablet somewhere. I found it. I was like, all right, let me do some Live Me because I wanted to. Like, there's things that I have that I want and need. But there's a lot of things that I have that I don't need. And almost like, nor do I want. And then talking to different people about spending, like we in this country do a lot of buying unnecessary things over and over and over and over, to the point where I don't know if it started with the companies making sure that they made things that barely last so we can get the newer, better, more improved version of the thing, or we created that. But either way, I know I'm not the only one. So there's an actual problem. There is an actual problem, and it sucks because it's the level of people who need things but don't have them, and people who have things but don't need them. And even I am not rich. I am nowhere near wealthy. I don't live paycheck by paycheck, but I don't have it all. I live in an apartment, not in a house, and I do not own a car because I have to get my license again. If I had my license, I would own a car. But that's the thing. And thinking back into my old life when I was younger, there was a point in my life that I had 7 cars, and I didn't even have kids at that time. So the reason I had 7 cars were for no damn reason. There was no reason to have 7 cars. I understand you liking something. So life, in my opinion, and needing to apply it to myself, is what you need as a necessity and what you want as a treat, or as a whatever word that is. Like, if anything, if you're gonna own more than 1 car, 2 should be it, unless you have a family. Like if you have kids and you want to have your little sports car that's just for you and your wife or your girlfriend or whatever one kid you have with you, you can have that one sports car for yourself, and then you can have your car that's for you to drive your family. I don't believe that's excessive. I mean, some people don't have that. Like, if you can afford to have a specific vehicle just for you and to go to work or to cruise around the weekend, a luxury, a I just had the word in my head and it left. If you can have that, if you can afford it, not be broke, and you can have that, and you can have yourself your family or or your larger group vehicle, that's perfectly fine. But you have people that'll have two or three tiny super fast sports cars, and then they have like a couple of SUVs and a couple of minivans. Stop, get out, go to sleep. You got school tomorrow. But you can have they have like multiple SUVs, multiple. Like I understand you have money and you can buy it, but is there a point where they get to a level like what I am right now, where I am right now, that I'm thinking to myself, why do I have all of these things that I don't need? They all provide the same service. Every single one of these things is the phones themselves, three of them. They all provide phone calls, they all provide internet, and they all provide whatever applies with internet, whether it's YouTube or searching or Googling things. They all provide different things. What's up? I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say that, so I'm just gonna say what's good. Pudding. Oh, okay. There you go. What's up, Pudding? How you doing? I apologize. What's going on? But yeah, if I'm pretty sure people must get to that level where they're like, why do I have? And there is some, I guess, some truth to what I'm saying, because I have a friend of mine who lives in Southern California. He has a couple of vehicles and he has a couple of different things, and he's like questioning himself as well. And it's kind of a coincidence in a way where me and him spoke earlier today, and we were both thinking the same thing. Like we were both sitting in each other's brains, and yeah, we both got to the same level. He's like, I don't understand why I have all of this. While there's people literally that need at least one of these things, and they don't have none of it. And I understand where this can head as far as well, if you need it that badly, you can work hard and get it. Yes, 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 yes. That is 100% true. If you are taking a bus and you're not making the struggle to, you're not hustling it up so you can not have to take the bus anymore, that is in fault. But what happens is that we live in a different world now where everything is more expensive because of the consumer demand, because of those who can have more than one thing, more than one house, more than one car, more than one phone. Everything is rising up. Now, my iPhone 11 cost me about $800 after everything, and my 7, I think I paid like $900 for all four of them, and the Galaxy A20, they were like, I think it was like $100. But we're living in a world where no, it was more than that. It was like $200. We're living in a world where you can have a $200 phone be the cheaper option. Like sincerely, that is the cheaper option. It gets me because there's a lot of people who still only make a certain amount of money. We should have an essential line of starting where that's where it starts and then it gets to a certain level. That way the people that are at that level, yeah, if you have no job, no nothing, and you are an adult, you shouldn't be able to have a cell phone. But if you are a single mom or a single dad working hard, and you should be able to get you a Samsung Galaxy A20 and not have to think about what you can and can't buy. Because the sad reality is the majority of people people in this country are at a certain level that they have to save to get a piece of shit phone. That's kind of sad and weird and fucked up. You know what I mean? And I also see a problem about people who get things that they can't afford, but that's more like a personal situation right there. That you're always going to have those type of people. I went to buy a house not that long ago, and I had to stay in a certain level for my affordable. I had to say a certain level so that I can afford. I ended up not buying the house, but I was staying at a certain level, and the houses that were offered were all just pretty much very. I was looking at spending like anywhere between 80 to 100 thou, and that the buying power of that where I live at, it puts you in a place where it's like you're right next to people who are paying nothing. That's what they tell you. Hey, because you're not rich and you can't afford, or you don't want to go beyond your means, you want to stay where you can afford, you're going to have to live where people that live there don't pay nothing and care not about it. And that's sad because if I would have aimed for above my means, I would have been at $200,000, 130, 40, 50, $200,000. And I would have been at a place that would have made me feel safer, would have made something I would have loved. What's up, Miss Juicy 420 BBW? How you doing? But I would have been at a place where I didn't want to be at, all because they make it that way. They because of people buying beyond their means, they lift the prices on good neighborhoods just because. Like, and not only people buying beyond their means, but just because people be buying beyond their means, and people that don't need buy as well. Like watching different ways of making money, there's a way that they buy up a neighborhood that's not a bad one, but it's not really a good one. It's middle ground, somewhere where you can actually do some change. They buy up all the property because the property value is going down. Once all the property value is down, they raise up the rent. They get rid of all the people that are not good for the neighborhood in a sense, and then the people that go to buy can't afford it. The people that should be able to afford that house in that type of neighborhood can't afford it. So you either buying beyond your means, or a bunch of people that don't need these things buy them, and they have them for their vacation home, or their, see, I'm down with the urban life type of home, because people buy like that. They do. And it just puts certain people, certain groups, the main majority of it poor. It puts them at a poor or working class, super poor, poor, working class, and lower middle class. It puts you in a certain predicament. Like, the sad reality is you could be lower middle class and live in projects just because you can't afford a house. And the rent is incredible. Where I live at, the rent is too much. And if you try to move somewhere else, it's even more much. I know that's a made up word, but it's the way it is. Is like 3,000. I saw a house for $3,000, and I was like, all right, so you know what? That's a house, $3,000. You know what I'm saying? You can get a roommate. I can have my family living there. We can get a person to go in, and it's 1.5 each, and then the bills. It's doable because it's a house. It wasn't a house. It was split because the place had 4 bedrooms. They were renting it like a house, and then all bills, water, gas, electric, all on you. You're looking at you're if you're going by yourself, you're looking at $5,000 at the very minimum. At the very minimum, you're looking at about $5,000. And there was no laundry unit there, so you had to go to a laundry thing. They were talking about you could pay 3,500, 3,600, and they'll set up the washer and dryer. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. The cheapest rent you can find is $1,000, and you get 2 bedrooms. Now, what's sad and fucked up about that is there was a time in the world we live in that 2 bedrooms were sufficient. Now it's not. The family the family outlook, especially with minority folks like Hispanics, black, and all that, we still have pretty large looking families. We still have like 2 or 3 kids, a husband and a wife. If you have 3 kids, um, you need room for everybody. So you're not the best way you can do it is you can get 3 bedroom joint, and it's just so complicated and so annoying, and it's a whole bunch of different things at play that make it happen the way it is. Is people leaving certain areas, going to different areas, and it doesn't give you room for escape like it did a couple years ago. Like back in 2014, I left Philadelphia. I was raised out there in North Philadelphia, the Badlands. I left Philadelphia and I came up to Pittsburgh, where I'm at now. And I was able to find a nice apartment. We're looking into buying houses and stuff, but I was able to find a nice apartment in a nice suburban residential neighborhood, and it was beautiful. It was a nice place, but by the time, and we were only paying, it was a 3 bedroom, um, 1 bath. We're paying 745. That was a good deal. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, you can't find that, and it's super sad because the demand is built twice. Because one man could buy 6 things, and he buys 6 things, while the other man can only rent one thing or buy one thing. So it makes it look like it's a hot fire type of area where everything's popping. The property is so good, people are buying left and right. So what do owners do? They're like, oh well, my house used to be worth $120,000. Now I'm gonna raise it to $220,000, a whole grand, a whole 100 grand more. And you can't, like, when we moved in, we were in the beginning of the switch from affordability to unaffordability, and then we ended up leaving that area. Now the landlord, the company, they're still contacting us, wanting us to come back. They lowered things and they did this and they did that, but we know it's temporary. Plus, we don't want to jump into no more apartments. But it just gets you to the point where we were there as it transformed, as it became something else, and it really fucked us up. I When I was in Philadelphia, we were paying like $500-600 rent. Like I remember as a kid, my mom used to pay 450 Welcome, welcome, welcome. My mom used to pay $450, and we lived in a 3 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom house in North Philadelphia, in a not so bad neighborhood. And that's not the case anymore. You can't find a place, not even in North Philadelphia. You would think that they raised our pay, the minimum wage of people. I don't make minimum wage. I make slightly over, but you would think they raise the minimum wage for everybody to like $14 an hour the way these rents work. And kids are not cheap. Whoever tells you a child is cheap, let's just break the facts to them. I'm going to Google this shit real quick. How much does a child cost in a year?
According to New York Life. According to a USDA report, the average middle-income family spends between $12,000 and $14,000 on child-related expenses each year.
You could go from 12 to 14, that's basic necessities, basic essentials, to 20 to 50. It is what it is. So let's break that down. Let's go right down the middle. 13. 13,000 divided by 12.
The answer is approximately 1,083.333333.
1,083. And I know that's not the way it works. They're talking about clothing, food, da 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 da. So clothing is not all the time. It might be like once or twice a month, or every other month. And if you're that broke, it might be like every couple of months. But let's break it down like that. Okay, I'm gonna look at that right now. I got my beds coming in. Okay, so 1,000. So it's $1,083. Let's say you got, so that's, you got 2 kids. 1,083 times 3.
The answer is 3,249.
It's gonna get heavy because this is you with no food stamps or nothing. This ain't no government assistance, no WIC, no child care. This is you. They told you, fuck you, you don't qualify for any of that shit. This is what you're gonna get, right? This is you. So we got $3,249. $3,249. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and write that number down. That way I don't lose count. That's for 3 kids. $3,249. Now let's say you're paying $2,500 rent. What's up, Sweet? I am fucking everybody's name up today. Sweet Tam. Okay, I'm not fucking yours up. Sweet Tam 69. How you doing? Let's say you paid $2,500 for 3 bedroom. And you got your own. This is kids. This is rent. And you got your own stuff you buy for yourself. Since you're a parent, hey. Since you're a parent, parents don't really spend much money on themselves. So you put self. Let's say you spend like $200. Then that might be a little too much. $200. Now this is an apartment, so you're gonna be paying that light. And that light's about 120. I'm averaging. That's because the government's not helping you with shit. You're not getting rehab. You're not getting cap. You're not getting any of that. No government assistance. That's light. Let's say you have a nice apartment building, so they pay for your gas, your sewage, and all of that. If you don't have a nice apartment, that they do all that for you, this adds up pretty quickly. But let's leave it at that. Right. We got self, kids, rent, light. You need internet. Let's give you the average. So let's give you the average. You got internet and cable. So because if you just got internet, you're gonna be paying like 120, something like that. So let's say you got internet and cable, that's 130. That's because you got a nice little deal and you got basic shit. And then you got your cell phone. That's about 120. Now if your kids, let's say 190. Because you got a phone plan for your family. All right. Now, self and kids, that counts for food, but we'll add another 150 for food just to be safe. All right. Now, I'm not going to hit the calculator. I'm just going to talk it because I don't got time for this shit. All right. 150 plus 200 plus 3,249 plus 2,500 plus 120 plus 130 plus 190.
The answer is 6,539.
6,539. That's how much life costs in a month. I hate to break it down to people, but that's how much it costs. Now, it's 12 months in a year. So, times 12. No. How do I get rid of that shit? $78,468. Bare minimum. No help. No nothing. This is what you got to make. And you're not saving. You're at $78,468. This is what you got to make to spend. Oh, and we didn't even have a car bill in there. So let's add a car bill. Let's say the car is about 200, the rent's about 200, so we added 400. We add 400 to this, that makes it 900. Yeah, so it's 6,939. That's what you need to make in a month. Now we add 400 to this, so it's 78,868. That's what you need to make just for the expenses. And I don't know how to break it down to many people, but not a lot of people make that. Like I honestly, I make less than that.
Dad,
Yeah.
come here.
Hold on, buddy. I'm coming. You're up at this time. Hey Siri.
No, I'm not.
What time is it? It's 2 o'clock.
It's 2:01 a.m.
It's 2:01 a.m., David. You got school tomorrow.
I wasn't away.
Yeah, you were. Anyway, what's up? What's up? I didn't go to sleep.
I was asleep. That's what woke me up.
So, you want to take a little Advil or something?
Yeah.
I gotta start taking them. Cold and flu. You can drink some Alka-Seltzer. That'll make you feel better.
No.
Why not? Where the fuck? Oh, I know where it's at. I'm looking for it here. Like,
Or I know what you have next. Okay.
What?
The heat pad. Give me the heat pad.
Where the fuck do I have the heat pad? Here. There you go. I'll plug it in over there. What's that? From all the weird eating you do. Oh shit. I was like, oh shit, nothing. What's up, Jay? How's everybody doing? Anyway. But yeah, that's how fucked up life is. Now, fortunately I have 4 kids, but I don't have all of them with me. So that gives me a bit of a small break in the sense of the things I have to do. I only have my son with me. I used to have my son and my daughter with me, and then I take care of my mom. But that's neither here nor there. Where the subject part of it is now I only have my son. So now having only my son, my daughter's living with her mom. So it's easier to deal with the situations. My son doesn't require as much. I think the mattress chip, they're shipping separately. I can't wait. Oh, it's from Ontario. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be, yeah, it's gonna take a minute. Fucking FedEx. Oh my god. I'm so done with it. Yeah, it's estimated to be on the 4. You think I'm slow? This from California. It's gonna take a little minute, and then and it's FedEx, so FedEx likes to take more than a little minute. Louisiana and Texas, yeah, but that don't have to go to Louisiana or Texas. So don't hit me with the bullshit. They on some bullshit all the damn time. So, what's up, Pretty Black 412? I don't know why it acts like it's far, it's so closer than what it is. I'm gonna punch that fucking dude in there, I swear. Anyway, so let's get back to the subject, right? Do. Hey Siri, open calculator. 4. $64. It's 128. So, and I don't have that many kids. So it would only have to be, because that's times 3. So, hey Siri. Hey Siri. What's 3,249 divided by 3?
3,249 divided by 3 is 1,083.
Yeah. I remember now. So you need to make 6 with 3 kids. So minus hey Siri. 1,083 times 2.
1,083 times 2 is 2,166.
2166. Hey Siri. 6,539 minus 2,166.
6,539 minus 2,166 is 4,373.
Now let's see how close I am to that. That's half of what I make. That's life and it sucks, right? That's life and it sucks. I'm going to divide that by 4. Divided by 4, so I can do it like that. Times 52 equals exactly, well, no, I make less than half than that. Oh, yeah, it's about half. Hey, Siri, what's half of 78,468?
1 divided by 2 times 78,468 is 39,234.
39. 234. Yeah. Little less than half. That's where we're at, man. And I make good money. But of course, I don't pay that much in rent because I would not pay that much in rent. So once you take my expenses out, I'm gonna do a quick add of my expenses because I know how much my expenses are. Just a quick add. So we got then after that is which is 106. That's about 30. Yeah. I make good money and I'm not extremely fucked up after every time I pay a bill. And I do have extra money sitting in the account for emergencies and shit. But I do a lot of smart shopping. Like I do a lot of smart shopping. And I do dumb shopping too. I bought this chair extremely expensive compared to what it normally is. but I wanted it, and it was during Corona, so you know how it goes. But yeah, it's a fucked up life that we're living in, man. Fucked up life that we're living in. And that all goes to start back to the subject where I started initially with the whole having things I don't need. If I and everyone around, but let's start with me. If I didn't have as many things or spent money on things that I either had too much of or did not need at all. Like I love having my Google Nest and I love having my little Google Home Minis. I like one in the living room, like one in the kitchen, like one in my room, like my Nest in my room and in the living room. No, I don't. I just have two. Yeah, I got one in my room, one in the kitchen. What the fuck am I talking about? And then I got the Nest. I always forget that I don't have one in the bathroom. I almost bought one for the bathroom. So I like having my little Nest in the living, my Google Home Nest. And I like having my Google Home Mini in my room and the Google Home Mini in the kitchen. But do I need it? The Nest. I like the Nest. It's actually its own entertainment source. So the two minis out. That's 25 for the one and 38, 39 for the other. So that's gone. The Chromecast. Did I need that? Nah. But I like it. The Blu-ray. Did I need it? No. I could have done like how we used to do it when I was a kid. When I was a kid, a teenager, my mom had a DVD player. And when we were it stood in the living room. We watched movies in the living room. But whenever she wanted to watch a movie in the room, she'd be like, David, because I was the tech savvy son bitch. David, unhook that DVD player and take it up to my TV. I will unhook that shit, make sure no DVD was in it, take it right up to her room, bring the remote, and then bring her the sleeves of movies. And she'll watch whatever movie she wanted. I can move my Xbox. I can move my son's Xbox. They're Blu-ray. They're DVD players. I didn't need the Blu-ray. Now, as far as my Samsung, we can get to that one. So as far as my Samsung Galaxy A20, do I need it? No. My excuse for getting it was I need a phone for the house. Whenever I leave, I need to have a phone in the house. A phone, like we know that we cut the house phone out of the new equation of the world we live in for a reason, because you need to step out and live your life with your phone. So your phone's got to be with you 24/7. I kind of like went backwards a little bit with it. Even though I'm not limited, I'll answer the phone call here. Bam, I'm on the phone. Put both my phones in my pockets. Yeah. I gotta go. I'm walking out the door, getting on the elevator, going down, heading on my way. I'm still on the phone. It's not like if it was a house phone, I'd be like, you're gonna have to call me back or call my cell phone right quick. You know? Could do it like that, but I don't want a house phone. So I cut the whole house phone thing, and then now I got a phone. That's a cell phone that just sits in my house. Why? That's the excuse. And I'm not bad financially, but I am no, yeah, Juicy Juice. What's good? How you doing? But I am part of the problem of the price hike. People that have more than one of necessary items are part of the problem of the price hike. because I have an iPhone 11, I have an iPhone 7, and I have a Samsung Galaxy A20. That means there's a demand. I'm not the only one. That's my thing. I can accept my guilt and I can understand, well, not my guilt, my part of the problem, and I can understand everything. But at the same time, I say it's not only me, because if there's probably like at least 2 million people just like me that have different phones. And it's not like, all right, you bought a phone, had it for 2 years, then you done with that phone, you deactivate it, you upgrade to another phone, bang. I remember you used to get the little what's up unwritten. Used to get the little in your when you bought a new cell phone, you used to get this little bag so you could turn in your old one and get credit or cash or whatever. I don't even see those anymore. More people are keeping their phones. I had like a little questionnaire of different people I know. I asked about maybe 100 and so people. How many people have old cell phones in their house, just sitting there collecting dust and not really being used or anything? And all of them, every single one of them said they had at least two. I go through my drawers every once in a while because a little bit of cleaning, like I do cleaning every day, but I do a little bit like checking if I need anything to go because I want no space to be wasted. And when I do that, I find it. Like I found my brother's old phone, found my brother's old tablet. We just took it and put it away. We didn't really do anything with it. And I think the awakening I had besides the phone was the time when I went to get a computer for my son for his school because I told them, and I quote, I quote, my son does not need a laptop. We have one. So, yeah, he doesn't need a laptop because they finished the year because of Corona. They finished it at home. So he already had a laptop, and they told me he had it a little bit before Corona. He got it for Christmas. We all got one. So I told him that. They're like, nope. He has to get one of our computers because we have special software in it, and it has to be returned at the end of the year. Meanwhile, inner city Pittsburgh, kids had to keep going back every other day because they didn't have enough computers. They didn't have enough computers because places like where my kids go to school at said, we don't give a fuck if you have a computer. We're going to give you one. That is exactly the problem I'm trying to address here. I know I have parts in this problem. I know I do. I don't buy excessively, but I do buy excessively. Like I don't buy excessively, but I do buy more than I need. Like this would be how much I need. This is how much I buy. This is how much people are doing it. The problem's huge if you look at it. You add it up. It's huge. There are places that, like, I know the school district. I can't say the name. I don't want to get in trouble. It's not in Pittsburgh. It's maybe 2 hours away from Pittsburgh. And they gave the kids computers. Then they gave them iPads. And the iPads were a bit old, so then they gave them another iPad. Now, this school district belongs to a county. And in this small right here, the county gives the money to all the school districts. This small thing right here supplied children with three different technologies. Now I understand you fucked up and this technology is not as good for it. You retract it, you get your money back, and you get no. The kids kept the first two items. They get to keep them, and then the third one they have to return, which is the new updated iMac or whatever, the iPad. I'm sorry, iPad. So they get to keep the old iPad and the old Chromebook, and there's kids in that same district that don't get any of that. And the part that pisses me off is because speaking to the kid who's related to me, the kid told me, I don't want either one of these things. My tablet and my iPad is better than the one they gave me before, and the other one, and my whatever the fuck iMac computer he has, it's a laptop, is better than that too. And all my friends feel the same way. So they gave laptops and iPads to a large group of children. They didn't ask for them back. They told them to keep them. And a good 90% of them don't even use them. They are collecting dust. You have got to be shitting me. That's the way the world's turning. And like I said, meanwhile, in other places in this county, there are children that don't have a personal one, and they got to wait for the school to give them one because they rent out. They rent out. They rent out. That's what it is. Having more than what you need leads to that. And I don't try to think in a negative way. I try to think of it in a way like, well, if I had it, I would use it. So that's what I do. I try to use my tablet like at least once a week, and I try to use my Chromebook like at least once a week or so, once, twice a week. Whether it is typing up some shit, even though I could do it on my either one of my phones, like if I'm writing an email, I could do it on either one of my phones, but I purposely give time to this just so I can say I used it. Because the last thing I want is for someone to give me something completely free that costs them money, but it's free for me, and I just let it collect dust. And that thought process has opened my mind up a lot because I was actually thinking about 2 hours ago. I don't even use the gaming chair I bought, which is so beautiful. I don't even use the gaming chair I bought for gaming because I'm pretty much doing work all day. And then at the end of the day, either I want to do a little live or I just want to watch some TV. I don't even play my Xbox the way I used to. So I was contemplating the chair. I was like, I bought that chair and I hardly use it. And that's the thought of America. I bought that car and I hardly use it. I bought that house and I hardly use it. But the thought never goes past that. I saw this thing a while ago. I can't even remember where. This guy had a whole bunch of different houses all over the country. And basically, he was like, there's homeless people and they have phones through the government and stuff. They help them out, and veterans. And he was like, I have all these houses across the country. Why don't I let people that are homeless know that these houses are empty just as long as they don't burn the place down or anything, because there's cameras and stuff. Why don't I let them sleep there? Now, I can't tell you if this was a show, a movie, or article I read. I just know I saw it somewhere a while ago. And I was thinking about that today as well. I'm like, that's something you could do. and I know I've seen this before somewhere. I think it's Lender Wheel or something. I don't know. But people who have cars, lots of them, that they allow people to use some of the cars. I think it might have been the premise for car share. I think it might have been the premise for car share, where you can utilize a car if you need it. I know that my ex from like 10 years ago, she was living in New York and she got to go to the hospital for free because she utilized a service that was like that. So she didn't have to use a cab. She didn't have to use the ambulance. She just used the shared service. It gets to a level where you notice the change and then you can't unnotice anything. Right? Like a while ago. This was a while ago. And I think I maybe had the conversation again after that. I was talking about how doctors had to have more than one job besides being a doctor. They had to have like another job. Some of them were barbers. Some of them were barbers and they owned like a canteen or something. They had to have different jobs because being a doctor was officially the least paying job. But they did it because they wanted to do it. They're like, why not earn some money on this side for me? Now, when medicine was like that, let's just be honest, there was blooding where they let go of blood and they had leashes do all, there was all sorts of weird medicine. But I think there was an element of care there that is no longer available as much. And yeah, you could turn around and say, the United States, we don't have free healthcare or anything like that. I'm not here to talk about that or set my point on it. But what I'm here to say is if you have an emergency and you go to an emergency room, they cannot deny seeing you. With that being said, even if you have no insurance, they can't deny it. But with that being said, you get a nice chunky bill. You want to know how much a child costs to give how much it costs to bear a child in New Jersey in 2005? I can tell you, 32,950. My insurance didn't cover it, so for a while I had that sitting over my credit. My first child was gonna cost me that. Hey God, my son, he's having a little issue. Yeah, yeah. Or people wear masks. Yeah, but those 5 people for the mask or 5 other people. You might not got sick. But you're acting sick. All right. I'm not hot. This room is pretty cold. Did you unplug the heat pad? Well, I didn't unplug it. I'm great. You might need to take some medicine or take a bath. Do 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 do. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So yeah, 32,000. Life is expensive. Doctors are everybody. You would swear everybody is making millions of dollars, but we're That's reality. No one's making that much money. I mean, there are people making that much money. I had to break it down to my son because he thought that millionaires were such a rare thing. I know about maybe 6 different millionaires. Not many. I think it's like millionaires.
18.6 million. The number of millionaires
8.6 millionaires in the world. So it's less than half of those people. 1 million. These are just poor. Okay, these are just poor. Like
39.7 million Americans. Here's a summary from UC Davis Center for Poverty Research. The official poverty rate is 12.3%. That year, an estimated 39.7 million
of what's 19% out of 328,523,000. That didn't help. 19% out of 328,523,000. Well, 19% will be if we divide it. My math is gonna suck right quick. So we got dividing half. Hmm. 19% out of 328,523,000.
Here's what I found.
Five hundred. No, 5,783,000. No, 5,783,046. So 5 million. And then 29% out of 328,523,000.
Here's what I found.
8 million. 0.7, this is 0.8. All right. 5.7 million plus 8.8 million.
The answer is 14,500,000.
14,500,000. My math is gonna bore everybody. Okay. That's that. Right? That's lower middle class and higher middle class. So 14 million.
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you.
Okay, shut up. 328,523,000 minus 14,500,000.
The answer is 314,023,000.
314 14,023,000. All right. So out of that, we take out the 18.6 millionaires. $314. Put 315. 314. No.
Sorry, I didn't catch.
314,023,000 minus 18.6 million.
The answer is 314,022,982.
No. 314,023,000 minus 18.6 million.
It's 314,022,982.
How? No. 314,023,000 minus 18.6 million.
The answer is 314,022,982.
We'll just do 314 million minus 18.6 million.
The answer is 313,999,982.
How did it only lose 1 million? So 300 million minus 18.6 million.
It's 299,999,982.
Oh, that's right. But that's not right. So I don't know. It's confusing me. Because all I have to do is remove 18 out of 300. What's 18 minus?
I found this.
What's 300 minus 18?
The answer is 282.
282. So now 282. $282 million plus 14 million.
The answer is 296 million.
296 million. All right. So now we just took out the middle class and the rich. Now minus 600. There it is. The 600 is right there. So 290. 290. No. Yeah, let's say 289. 289,000. 289 million. There's the millionaires, the lower class, the lower middle class, and the upper middle class. Now, 38.1 million plus 39.7 million.
It's 77,800,000.
77,800,000. All right. So there's a problem here. I'm rounding it off, so we can break it down more. And we're not adding the 23,000, but there's still a problem here because 77,800 minus 289 million is gonna leave you with 200 and so it's about 12. So 77 million, 12. $12,000. So no, 12,000, 12 million. So $212 million. 212 million people. It's what's left. So all of those people are what? See, there's something that's not making sense. See, there's more people that know what they're saying. Anyway, I got enough of this conversation here. I didn't get to talk about the story time, but I got into something else. I gotta go to sleep. So, peace out, everybody. Thank you for that one person on YouTube. Appreciate you.